Hello.
Hello. Apart from
How
being frozen, how is everybody?
Hi, Marianne. Hi, Isabella. Hi, Gail.
Hi, Colleen, just in case you feel left out.
Yes. How cold has it been?
It's horrible. Actually, I don't mind it. Billy Connolly, who I just love and adore, says there's no such thing as bad weather, just the wrong clothes. So I'm in Ugg boots, a tracksuit, my
Yeah,
hoodie.
yeah.
I've got a blanket on. Very appealing.
I had the heater on. I turned it off because it was too noisy. You'd get a fan sound in the background, so I've had to turn it off. So
Yeah, it is freezing. In Scotland, 18's a heat wave. And at
yeah,
18 in Scotland, people sunbathe.
yeah.
I can't imagine that. Hi, Beverly.
Hi, Beverly. Oh, nice to see everyone jumping in.
Okay, we've got a few people on. Before I start, first of all, I set my intention because I just want to kind of wake Spirit up and let them know what we're doing so that they know that I need them. And I was shuffling my cards, and Colleen, who's on, actually saw me doing it, and two cards fell out. And the first card that fell out was Into Me I See. And the second card that fell out was Waking the Lion. And I thought, well, I did wake you up, didn't I, Spirit? You're just now throwing things at me. So thank you for being with us. And thank you for telling me what we're doing tonight. I'm really happy with you. Very
Yep,
kind
they
of you.
know. They go, yeah,
Yeah,
we know, Annie. We know what you're doing. We've been working with you for 2 weeks now, putting
yeah.
thoughts into your head about we want you to talk about.
They know I'm a slow learner, Kerrie, so they just fire things at me. We don't do subtle in my world. So what we're going to do tonight is shadow work. And when people say that, there's a lot of people that are scared of shadow work and they
Mm,
think it's something dark and horrible. Um, Kerrie and I don't do dark and horrible. So this is what we've been given in terms of shadow work. And it's Kerrie's had some downloads, and it's really interesting because I phoned her a couple of days ago and I said to her that this is what I'm thinking, and she went, "Well, as a matter of fact, this is what Spirit told me." And I just started to laugh, and I said, "I don't even need to call you. Like, you know, we'll
no,
just go through."
I know we're laughing. I said, we don't have to worry, Annie. Our PAs over the other side have got this whole thing organised
Yeah,
for
they've got us sorted. It's
us.
amazing. So, what I want us to do, this is a different kind of meditation. Um, I'm not going to leave you anywhere for very long. Um, what I will ask though, pen and paper and journal, because I want you to write down what you see, hear, feel at
Mm,
the end of the meditation. Because if you don't write it down, then you'll forget and it'll fall out your head because we'll
mhm.
start to talk to you again and it'll all go west. So, soon as we're finished, write something down. If you've got your phone there and you're young, do it with your thumbs, but get something down on paper around um, what you've seen, heard, or felt, because there'll be messages, and it might not just be messages from the end of the meditation. It might be spirit animals or something else that you see, hear, or feel. So
Mhm.
that's what I would really like you to focus on. And it's not a very long meditation this time. It's quite a short meditation. So we'll have time for lots of chat, and we'll probably have time for cards at the end as well. So what I want you to do, let me sort myself out here. I want you to get yourself into somewhere comfy. I want you to drop your shoulders. I want you to let your face go slack. I want you to shut your eyes for me. And I want you to take a big deep breath in and blow it out really hard. As you do that, I want your shoulders to drop and I want you to feel your body going soft. I want you to start at your feet and relax your feet. Feel the red energy of the earth coming up through your feet. Relax your calves and pull that red energy up with you. Bring it round your knees and take it up to your thighs. Relax your thighs. Feel your legs and all of the muscles go really, really soft. Relax your buttocks and your lower back. Relax your belly. Let it go soft. Relax your middle back. Relax your ribs. Big breaths. As you breathe out, everything softens. Relax your shoulder blades and your chest. Pull the light up to your shoulders. Drop your shoulders and let them relax. Send the light down your arms, round your elbows, into your forearms, thumbs, hands and fingers. Any negativity, any worries, any stress, let the red light pour it out through your fingertips. Feel every bit of stress in your body just disappearing. Pull the energy up through your neck, into your chin, into your jaw. Let your jaw go slack. Let your tongue be comfortable on the roof of your mouth. Relax your cheeks. Relax your ears and your nose. Relax your eyes. Relax all the muscles around your eyes. Relax your forehead. Relax your scalp. You feel full of energy. You're warm. You're calm. You're safe. I want you to imagine that you're sitting on top of a mountain. I want you to look around. There might be a lake, a waterfall, a forest. There might be flowers. There might be animals. Whatever it is, I want you to sit there in the sun and have a look around. Look at how beautiful it is. There's a gentle breeze on your face. The sun is warm. You're very, very comfortable. Think about the flowers that you see. Do they remind you of anyone? Think about the animals that are there. Do they mean anything to you? Maybe it's an animal that you know. Maybe the flowers remind you of a relative or a friend. Maybe the flowers just make you happy. Maybe the lake or the water is somewhere that you love, somewhere that you've been. Enjoy being in that space. Soak it all up. You're warm, you're safe, you're very, very happy. I'd like you to stand up and turn around. Behind you is a mirror. I ask that you look into the mirror and notice what you see. You may see yourself. You may see someone who's passed over. You may see a friend. You may see your guide. You may be given a gift. Whatever is in the mirror for you, I want you to remember. When we come back, I want you to write this down and think on it over the next 2 weeks until we meet again. There's a cloud coming past the top of your mountain. As it comes past you, it very gently scoops you up and floats you slowly, slowly down the mountain and places you back in the room on your chair. Please wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes, and when you're ready, open your eyes. If you have water, have a drink of water to ground yourself again. Please get your pen and paper and write down what you saw, what you heard, what you felt. Hi, Jessie Cat.
Hi,
Hi,
Jessie.
Hi, Maria. Glad you got
Hi,
here.
Marie.
Hi, Lorraine.
Hi, Michelle. Hi, Lorraine. Wow, Annie, that was very powerful. um, whilst everyone's sort of writing down what they're feeling, I might share, if that's okay, a little bit of the experience that I had. With sitting out on the mountain and looking out across everything, that's such a familiar space for me because I love to look out over the mountain with the sunset, and I do that regularly, and it's part of, I guess, my daily ritual of connection that I have because I've got such a beautiful sunset to look at from home. Um, but when I so that was a familiar feeling and a feeling of joy and alignment to that. When I turned around and looked in the mirror, it looked a bit dimmer to me through the mirror. But then I had my guardian angel come in behind me, and they had, it was like a pebble, but it was a pebble of white light. And they dropped it, and I felt it go through my crown chakra and hit my heart. And as it hit my heart center, I just felt an overwhelming feeling of, like if you throw a pebble in a pond, that ripple goes out. That's what I felt hit my heart. And that heart center just opened up, and I felt that ripple of alignment and that ripple of energy flowing out through my entire body. That brings such a feeling of contentment and joy. It was incredible. And I appreciate that because it brings me really into alignment with divine source and with intention and with that connection so that you receive a lot of inspiration. So I'm getting the feeling that my guides are very much stepping in at the moment to provide that inspiration, and they want me to work from the heart center because shadow work and what we're talking about tonight is all about healing the heart center. So thank you for that. That was great, a great start for me tonight.
My pleasure. Why I say what you hear, what you feel, or what you see, um, not everybody can see. I don't see. I just know stuff, but I feel,
Feel,
and it's
yeah.
it's like, um, what's it called, Kerrie? Cognitive,
Clairescent, because it's your feeling,
clear,
clairescence.
yeah,
Yeah.
clairsentient, because I feel it and I just know it.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes not everybody sees, and that's why when I do these things, I go hear, see, or feel,
Mm-hmm.
because people then get all bent out of shape about not being able to see. I can't see anything, but you can feel it, or you can sense
Correct.
it,
Yeah.
or you can hear it. So whatever way it
Mm-hmm.
goes for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope everybody who's on and everybody who's gone through this heard, felt, or saw something,
Yeah.
because it is an important message. I get
Mm-hmm.
tingles and I get all hot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can feel like arms around me, or I can feel someone standing beside me.
Yeah.
It's weird. And then I just,
Exactly.
yeah, it's just odd. It's really difficult to explain.
Mm.
I never, I'm sorry. Oh, Siri, mind your own business.
Everyone wants to get in on the act tonight.
That
Hi,
was Siri.
Michelle.
Ridiculous. So, Kerrie, do you want to take over and I'll shut Siri up?
Yeah, look, I'm feeling really in tune with this. And Annie mentioned earlier that some people are afraid of shadow work because it's like going into that dark place, and that's not something that we work with. But now with shadow work, there is something intrinsically important that we should be aware of. And that is all experiences exist on a vibrational level. And we attract what is a vibrational match to us, right? So you can work positively with shadow work. But you also need to be mindful that if you're focusing on beating yourself up too much, right, or being too harsh on yourself, that's not the sort of shadow work that we are actually talking about. If you focus on that, then you become a vibrational match for that, and that's what you don't want. This is all about purging what you don't want, right? Not attracting it. So I just want to put in that there is a difference. And the positive practice of shadow work is to detach yourself from that vibration, so that it's no longer a part of your current vibration. And it's a process where you face your fears, you face your shortcomings, um, why you feel you may not deserve something you really want, or past physical or emotional traumas. And you look at them, and dive deep into that to expose the emotion, which is a vibration of hurt or shame or guilt, or it could be a number of things. But the point is, the reason that you're doing this is actually to release it. You don't want to get caught in it. Right. So there is a way to do that positively, and it's to shine a light on it consciously, to change that energy, to love yourself by accepting your previous experiences. And in that way, you're able to remove it from your vibration now. So it's about being authentic to yourself, but you don't have to repeat that vibration or hold on to that vibration. So regardless of what has happened to you in the past, or if you are not feeling an emotion around something, then it's not negatively impacting your life. Then it's not active in your vibration right now. So we're not saying go back and dig up every bad thing that ever happened to you in your life and revisit it, right? It is definitely not about that. And we don't feel that there's any point in doing that. But when your moments are moments of dissatisfaction, and something has a negative emotion to it, then it is an indication it's in your vibration right now. And what tends to happen is we attract experiences, and interactions that will mirror it, because it triggers you, right? So it becomes almost like a mirror coming back to you, and it can be that feeling of a joyless emotion, or an anger, or abandonment, or sadness. And if you're in that emotion, you can turn it around rather than focusing on the event to actually name the emotion, right? That puts the emotion outside of your vibration so that you can become an observer of it rather than an active participant in it, right? So there's a difference between those two. So in that way, you separate yourself from the vibration. And as you become an observer, you can say, well, that's what I don't want, right? So now focus on what you want, right? And then by focusing on what you want, right, then you're lifting your vibration again and you're clearing that lower level vibration. So um, it's aligns your energy with divine source, and then it'll attract more of what you want rather than what's less. So I know that's a bit of a complicated way to explain shadow work, but everything in your life is a vibrational indicator, and it's shown to you every day. So when I think, and I think to myself, how do I know what parts of my shadow self or the things I don't think I can do better in, right? I'm going to couch it that way, the things I can do better or the things I don't like about myself or the areas where I feel like I've failed or I've let myself or others down. If I focus on that, right, and I put it outside of myself as what emotion that gives to me, then in my current real life, whatever that vibration is, then I'm bringing in a vibrational match to it. So in doing that, I found that um, it gives me vibrational evidence that shows me that what I'm doing and the way I'm living is playing out on a higher vibrational level because I'm letting that go from the emotion. Um, I know it's a complicated way to explain it, but I'll share an example. Once my son lied to me. Okay, that's a funny thing to say, right? Well, both of my sons have probably lied to me, and they've probably lied to me more than once, but I'm just going to use this as an example. But because lying has been a trigger for me personally, and it's something that started when I was very young. And my vibration in relationships was being focused on catching out when I was being lied to by a partner, right? So I attracted more and bigger lies because I was focused on what I didn't want. So I'm attracting that vibrational energy and brought worse situations. And I didn't like it because I was dissatisfied because when you're lied to, it hurts. It's hurtful. It's a hurtful feeling, you know. But anyway, my son had lied to me and it hit me hard. And I thought he shouldn't lie to me, right? He should trust me more. I wish he wouldn't lie. So I started going through this internal conversation with myself. And then I tried to figure out why he lied to me and where the lie started and what was the motive for lying to me. And all it did was get myself into a worked up state. So doing shadow work is more about going into a state of, okay, let me recognize what my attention is on this subject and why it's causing me that discomfort, and not let myself disconnect from divine source, because when something's joyless, you're actually taking yourself out of that higher vibration and you're allowing yourself to sit in that lower vibration. So to work on that, I chose to have a better feeling of thought in there, and I found that I thought something along the lines of this. I don't understand where he was coming from. And that gave me a little bit of relief. And then I thought, well, I've told a lie before, and the only time I've ever lied was because I didn't think the person would like the truth, and I wanted them to feel as good as they could possibly feel. So I didn't want to say something that would hurt somebody else. And that made me feel a little bit better. And I thought, well, maybe there's some compassion in that. You don't want to tell the full truth because you don't want to hurt anybody else. So I started to change my vibration from a negative one into one of going, well, there are some things I can take out of this, as to why things occur. And then I thought, well, why did I make a big deal about nothing? And then I can't even remember what it was that he lied about. And all of a sudden I'm taking the emotion and the energy out of it and releasing that. And then by doing that with person after person and situation after situation, and changing my thinking and changing my thought process away from that feeling of dissatisfaction, whatever that was, whatever that negative emotion gave me, and changing it to a thought process of thinking, well, putting it more positively and knowing, well, I don't want that. What I want is a good open relationship with my son. What I want is to feel that we can be trusted, and that I want him to feel that he can trust me. So I've taken my energy away from the negative and put it into the positive. And that's really, in my mind, what shadow work really is. And in doing that, I'm attracting back a more joyous, positive vibration. And then it expands through my experiences of that. So there's less of that coming in because I'm no longer a vibrational match to it, right? So I can't accept it in. So in working through shadow work, I just think that it's, yes, acknowledge it. Yes, put it into a way that you can observe it, and then change it to a positive thought process, so you don't need to attract it in anymore. You can attract what you want because you know exactly what you don't want. Annie, your thoughts?
So for me, some of this stuff goes all the way back to childhood. And a lot of the triggers come from childhood. And when I was growing up, I don't ever remember either my mum or my dad hugging me or kissing me, ever, ever. It just did not happen in our house. I went to hug my mum at an airport once because she was leaving Australia and she pushed me away. And I was gobsmacked. I thought, how could you do that? But it just didn't happen. And my father's mantra, no matter what went down, like when my son was born, he was 6 weeks preemie, he was 4 pounds 2 ounces, he was dying. And I rang my mum and my dad and I said, this is what's happened. And my dad said, he's a Lindsay, he'll be fine. And anything that happened to us, like if the shit hit the fan in our house, my dad used to say, you're a Lindsay, you'll be fine. So I grew up being a Lindsay and being fine, and that made me ridiculously independent, ridiculously. And I wouldn't ever let anybody do anything for me. And if anybody ever did anything for me, I felt guilty because I'm a Lindsay and I'm fine, which is just stupid. And then it kind of came to, and if people did things to me, that feeling of guilt, I would feel, well, you shouldn't have to do that. Like, I'm a Lindsay, I can do anything. I'll just do everything. And then it came to me one day that because I was a community worker, if I did stuff for somebody, it made me feel good. And I really liked that. It made me feel I'm a good person. I've helped this person. I've done. And I sat and pondered about that for a wee while. And then I thought, if I ask somebody to do something for me, I'm actually giving them the gift of joy, because they're going to feel better because they're now doing something for me. And, like your friends and things. And they would be delighted. And a lot of people are the one who everybody comes to. I was that one. I would be the 4 o'clock in the morning phone call and I would just drop everything and run, And then when the shit hits the fan for you, there's nobody there. But I worked out somehow that it's my own stupid fault because everybody thinks I'm this superwoman. So I decided I'm going to stop that. I've had enough of this nonsense. I'm not a Lindsay anymore. I've got a new name. I got married. I can
Mm-hmm.
be whoever I want to be. And all of a sudden, I thought I can be vulnerable. And it made me softer and it made me happier because
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to be all things to all people. And the same sort of stuff around money. Like we never had any. There was four of us, four kids, and 20s, and mum never had any money. So I never used to spend money. And if I bought stuff, I would buy cheap stuff. And then
Mm.
it dawned on me, like money's energy. So I need to give it away to get it back.
Yeah.
So, and you need to empty your purse so that it will refill.
Mm.
And every time I thought I don't have any money, I blocked the energy of money. So I didn't have any
Mm-hmm.
money.
Yeah.
But if I thought it'll be okay, and I'm not talking about going out and buying a Mercedes, but
Mm-hmm.
if you just think on it as I'm giving this out, but it will come back. I'm giving this out,
Yeah.
and it will come back twofold, threefold. That's my attention, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So yeah, but it's about looking at yourself, and people who trigger you are your friend
Mm-hmm.
because if they're
Yes.
doing something that drives you crazy, you need to sit back and think, why does that annoy me?
Yeah.
Why does
Yeah.
that upset me? Because
Mm-hmm.
people who you like, who don't trigger you, I mean, they're nice to be around, but they're not teaching you much because they agree with you. Whereas people that really piss you off, they're the ones that, if you've got somebody who constantly focuses on what they don't have, and you get really angry because they've got all this stuff that you want,
Mm.
you can sort of think, well, why does it make me so angry? Because they're focusing on all of the loss, so they keep
That's
getting
right.
more loss.
Yeah.
Whereas if you focus on all the stuff that you've got and maybe give stuff away, you make
Mm.
space for more stuff to come in. So it's all that energy flows
Yeah.
until you block it. And then once you block
Absolutely.
it, it
Mm-hmm.
stops dead.
And
So, and let me
that's
say
right.
one more thing, Kerry. This is not easy because I've had so
No.
many people that annoy me that I've just wanted to poke in the eye with my pen. And I've kind of pulled myself back. Well, that's not very professional. Maybe I'll work out why this person drives me insane. Oh, Colleen,
Yeah. Please, Colleen, if you can.
we need to delete somebody.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Now, see, that comment, if everybody saw it, that
Mm.
doesn't annoy me because
No.
that's his stuff, not my stuff. So
Correct.
I didn't get angry. I just think, oh, the poor man,
Yeah.
obviously, is, not very happy with himself.
Yeah.
If that's the
Yeah.
sort of stuff
Exactly.
he's like,
Yeah.
he needs more in his life.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And there's no point being offended by that because it's not part of your energy space. Don't bring it into your vibration. Just go, see you later. Off you pop with love and light, as we say.
That's me. Fuck you, Pop. Yes, yes. She's
So,
more polite than me.
um, yeah, so, that's exactly right because in mirroring it back, it's actually reflecting to us something that's still in our energy, something that's still a block for us, something that we still consider is an area of lack, and allows us to then turn that around and focus, well, I know I don't want that, but over here is what I do want, and change the thinking to what I do want,
Yeah.
so you can work through that vibration. Absolutely. Um, there was and I did add this little picture into our intro, so you can always go back and sort of freeze it. But there are sort of eight steps, I think, that you could go through or ask yourself if you're being triggered by something. So, if a thought pops up about what you did wrong, or someone else is triggering you, so you get frustrated about someone else's reaction to something, instead of going into that annoyance or the guilt for yourself or shame for yourself, by acknowledging it exactly as Anne just described right then, just acknowledge what it is. Um, and just say, well, not everyone can be perfect, not be as hard on yourself. And then ask yourself, is this a pattern that I continue to do for myself? Do I allow this trigger to trigger me often? And if it is, then that's a sign that you need to switch your thinking about it. Do spend that bit of time changing that thought process and changing that vibration that surrounds it. Right. So, and that really is what shadow work's about. It's not doing this deep dive into beat yourself up on all this stuff down here. It's not that at all. It's about acknowledging it so that you can recognize it and say, well, does it actually give me what I want? Does it bring me joy? And if it doesn't, I'm going to change my thinking to put myself into a vibration of the joy, and understanding, which is then what you attract back in. So asking yourself and being really honest, how does that make me feel, to acknowledge that emotion so you can observe the emotion, right, rather than get caught up in it, allows you then to get rid of that block. And that's what it becomes in your life, a block. And really, we're meant to be joyous beings. We're meant to be enjoying this life experience, so we can sort of focus more on that, then we'll attract more of that back in. But in allowing yourself just to acknowledge it, recognize it, you can release it by changing that energy. And that's really, when we talk about shadow work, what our focus is around it.
Can I say, anger is not an emotion. So if something makes you angry, anger is a reaction to an emotion.
Yeah. Yeah.
And always underneath the anger is hurt, frustration, abandonment, a feeling of not being worthy, a feeling of being stupid. That's why you get mad.
Yes.
But angry is not something that you can tear apart. You need to get under the anger and think, why on earth is this making me so angry? Why am I getting so upset? Because anger is when you see red and then you don't see sense, So if things are triggering you and making you really angry or upset, why am I having this? When did this start? Who caused it? Did I do it to myself or did somebody do it to me? And then work it out. Yeah, I meet so many people that they were told, again, community work, kids that have been told for years and years and years that they're hopeless, they're stupid, that they'll never amount to anything. So they don't, because they won't try, because they're hopeless, they're stupid, and they'll never amount to anything. So they just completely give up. And then they come out with 52 million excuses. Like, I can't do that because I'm an idiot. That's like saying I can't do that because I've got green hair. Like, that doesn't work for me, So that these feelings of unworthiness or the feeling of frustration, and a lot of kids get frustrated, young people get frustrated because they don't feel heard. And then that gets carried on into adulthood. And with a lot of people, they just shut down. They won't speak because they feel, well, there's no point because nobody listens to me. And then, or they're scared to speak because they were told they had to be good or be seen and not heard, or whatever rubbish has happened to you as a child. So what we all need is Control Alt Delete to kind of reset our brains, because it's time to put our big girl pants on and think, well, I'm a grown up now. Do I need to take what happened back then to now? And why is it still upsetting me so much? And instead of thinking what I can't do, if you focus on all the things that you can do, obviously, like I know some of you on here, you've got qualifications, you've got a house, you've had kids. There's 52 million things that you actually can do. But if you keep focusing on all the stuff that you can't do, that's what will happen. Jessica, you're a hairdresser. Hairdressers, they have a counselling qualification. That's what they are.
That's what they are.
That's what you are. You cut hair, but it's nothing to do with the cutting of hair. It's all about downloading and dumping onto their hairdresser because you're a trusted person. And hairdressers know more about their clients than their doctor, their husband, the woman next door, and the cat. So all you need to do with your my kids used to call me Mrs. I know, because if they started on at me, I used to go, I know, I know, I know. And they would say, oh, for heaven's sake, Mum, will you shut up? And it would stop them from whinging at me, you know. Or I understand. Well, that's just terrible. So that's what you need to do, Jessica, and then just keep cutting.
Yeah, yeah. Sing the song "Let It Go."
Yeah, that's one of mine, Maria. Spin around the kitchen singing
That's
Let
it.
It Go. Yeah. And the other one I want you to spin around the kitchen singing is This Is Me. Here I am, battered, bruised, mangled, but
Yeah.
this is me. And we work hard for all these bruises.
Mm-hmm.
And we work hard for all our wrinkles and our grey hairs,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But it's okay growing up on the outside. It's really more important that you grow up on the inside, you know.
Yes.
And
And
it's your
and so much, Annie, does come from experiences from childhood that could be exaggerated in some ways because you were a child experiencing them, and it removed you so much from a child's normal state of joy. Right, is an extreme shift. So it can stick with you, and when you see the patterns, it's almost like you have programmed your subconscious to react in that way. So exactly as you said, it's a reaction, but what is the underlying feeling? To name that emotion and to release that, to say, well, I don't want to feel that. I want to feel this. What is going to help me feel this? And redirecting that focus brings you back into alignment. And it's something that we talk about all the time. Acknowledge it, listen to your inner self, acknowledge your inner self, align yourself to where you really want to be, focus your intent and your faith in that, connect into the divine source and your inspiration and intuition, because that's going to lead you in the right direction. When we allow ourselves to stay in those emotions for too long, or we recognize a pattern, the only way to correct that pattern, right, is by acknowledging it and moving away from it, because otherwise you keep yourself in that lower vibration and disconnected from divine source and your intuition and all those things that will lead you on the journey to your joy, to what brings you joy in your life, to that ever expanding, I want to experience this and I want to experience these great things. And believe me, every single person deserves that. No one is unworthy of it. Nobody, right? And sometimes loving yourself is a hard thing to do. Sometimes you'll feel, oh, well, I'm not worthy. This is why that happens. You'll attract that more in to reaffirm that belief to yourself. So, you know, accepting yourself and allowing yourself and treating yourself as kindly as you would and talking to yourself as kindly as you would to other people is key to this, so shifting that thought, shifting that vibration.
I was just about to say that. I put Marianne's post up. They can change the patterns to be able to grow. And
Mm-hmm.
you started to talk about it. And it's
Yep.
about recognizing that pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you
Absolutely.
recognize it, that you're living a script. And once
Mm-hmm.
you change the script, because you can rewrite your story at any time.
Absolutely.
So my thing up there, you only get what you think you deserve.
Correct.
If you think you deserve it, it will come. If you build it, it will come.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody got any questions? Because we've just been rattling on for ages.
And has it helped? Has it made sense
Yeah.
to you? Because I know it's a different concept. Yes, Marianne, exactly. We're a spiritual being in a human existence, and our divine human spirit, right, is connected to divine energy and is connected to that incredible vibration. But the human experience of it, right, can change that. And so, what we need to do is keep ourselves moving towards that higher energy and remove the blockages of that lower vibration that keeps us in those patterns.
Yeah, when you start doing this stuff,
Mm,
like I used to be really careful about where I talked about this stuff because people think you're mental.
yeah.
And then I got to the point where I don't care.
Yeah.
you know, I just don't care. It's just kind of this is who I am, you
Yeah.
know. And when you're like this and you've got such a strong personality, people
Hmm.
either love you or hate you. But see, what other people think of me is none of my business,
No.
you know? So I just, it's about being real.
And if you stay in your authenticity for yourself, you also attract in other people that are a vibrational match to you,
Yeah,
which then helps your journey because you're expanding on that vibrational match. Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Okay,
yeah,
Jessica,
yes.
I've got my proper tarot cards, Jessie. What I've got is I've got the wise woman, but I've also got the fact that you've gone inside yourself recently. Now, oh wow, I've got new opportunities coming up for you, but I also have, you need to talk to somebody. I feel you don't have all the information that you need, but I also feel that within the next 3 months, you're going to begin a brand new chapter of your life. Your world is going to change. Um, if new opportunities come up for you, um, talk to somebody first, but I would say grab them with both hands. Cut ties with anything that doesn't bring you joy. Get your ducks in a row, and your outcome is financial health, abundance. I've got you with financial security.
Hmm.
So there you go, kitten.
Yeah, and Jessica, following on for that, the card that came out for you for your intent around this is, and I know they're a little bit hard to write to read. Today, I'm open to possibilities. So that's the intent that they want you to focus on.
Gail. Oh, for you, Gail, I've got options around knowledge. It's like there's all this noise in your head, and it just feels like there's lots of options for you. And I do feel that you know what you need to do, but there's something holding you back from doing it. So I would say just go for it because that looks good.
Hmm. And Gail, the card that came out for you is today I'm open to abundance. So look, I can't make this stuff like it's just crazy because you know how in sync they are from both sides. So there you go.
Isabella. Ooh, okay. I've got the fact that you've had a lot of frustration. You kind of went inside yourself for a wee while and you were hanging around to wait and see what would happen and wait and see, hoping that things would change. What I've got with you is there's still stuff that you're not aware of, and there's one more obstacle that you have to get over before you get back into balance, and things are on the turn. So, whatever it is that you're doing, just keep doing it
Mm,
because you're on the right track.
mhm. And the intent that Spirit brought in with this one is sorry, today I see all of the blessings in my life. So again, they want your focused intent on what is going right. So you attract more of what is going right. That will help you get over this final obstacle.
Michelle, your mum. Ooh, ooh. I feel that stuff's been a bit hard for her recently, but I've got, and there was something that happened that she just felt was not fair. But what I've got around her is I've got that's all over. I've got celebration. This is my card for celebration. I know it's got naked ladies on it, but that's about celebration. And the final card I pulled for her was about contentment. So if whatever she's going through is causing her a wee bit of strife at the moment, it's going to be okay. She's
Mm-hmm.
going to end up all right and contented.
Mm-hmm.
Kerrie?
And again, it's coming through as a message of balance here. Sorry, I'll get that right on the screen. Today, I feel each deep breath nourish my mind, my body, and my spirit. Excuse me. So, spirit is very much bringing in. It's about rebalancing again for your mum, and focusing on some deep breathing work and relaxation techniques will also assist her a great deal.
Karen, you were just about to ask what you need to do to get your ducks in a row. I failed tact at kindy, so I'm just going to tell you. You're faffing around and you need to make a decision. I've got my card for decisions. You've got analysis paralysis, and there's all this stuff going on in your head. You are so ready for the new opportunities that are coming for you. Um, I think the only thing that's getting in your way is you. So
Mm-hmm.
once you actually make the decision and jump, the universe will come with you. So just whatever it is, just do it.
And because the mind seems to be quite busy, right, around going through all the potential things that you could be doing, and how to get it all organized. They're asking you to quiet your mind, and just be present, and the right order of things and how to do that will fall into place for you.
Isabella's little girl. Okay. I've got around her, oh my goodness. I've got great big love around her, and it's saying she needs to look after herself. She needs to be gentle with herself. I feel that there's some stuff going on in the background that might be not sitting well with her, or not, she just doesn't feel it's right. The cards are saying it is what it is. And she just needs to be very gentle on herself and stay strong. Kerrie.
Yeah, the message coming through from spirit, their intent for you is they want you to focus on trusting yourself, because you actually do have all the right answers for yourself. So the intent that they're asking you to put out there is to say, today, I trust myself. Annie, there was one there. Colleen asked if we could pull a card for her sister, and I know she's
Yeah.
doing bubbles for us, so she always puts herself last. So I'm just going to throw that one out there. You're welcome, Isabella.
For your sister, I've got earth magic, which for me is about grounding.
Mm-hmm.
When she grounds herself, it'll make her feel better. The other thing I got for her is birds of a feather. So I think she needs to find people who understand, and can help her,
Mm-hmm.
because I just feel she needs help to get grounded,
Mm-hmm.
but the right people will be there for her.
Yes. And they're very much coming in. Sorry, I've just got tingles all over me on that one. The right people are coming in. And at the same time, the intent that spirit is suggesting is that today I gently guide my thoughts toward the positive. So it's very much, I think, what we were talking about with the shadow work, in a way, that yes, we can acknowledge things that make us feel the way we feel and how we react to them, but changing that narrative so that we can gently guide ourselves towards the positive and take that lower energy away from us. So that's the focus that they would like, or they're suggesting for her right now.
Maria, I got grieving for you. It just feels like sadness. But by the same token, because I pulled 3 cards, I got look for inspiration. There's my inspiration card. And the other one I got was about willpower. So for you, I feel very much like cut the ties to the loss. Kick in your inner rebel and look for inspiration around you, because it feels like it's there, but in the background, there's just this prevailing sadness that you need to cut ties with and let go.
Mm-hmm.
Kerrie?
Yeah, actually, really strongly coming through with this and through direct communication right now from spirit is a feeling of letting go of some things that perhaps you might be holding on to, as far as being disappointed in yourself or wishing that maybe you've taken a different direction with something. But they're asking you to stop putting the energy into that, and they want you to change the focus. And 2 cards dropped, right? So when 2 cards jump when you start reading, I have to actually give both of them to you. And so there's 2 intents that they want you to focus on. And they want you to focus on that today you're thankful for all of the wonderful people in your life, because there is a lot of wonderful people in your life, and there may be other people around you that might have dragged your energy down, but they don't want you focusing in that direction. They want you focusing in the direction of those that you are thankful for in your life, that raise your energy, that have that faith in you. And the second one that dropped at the same time is that you find inspiration in unexpected moments. So that's about going with the flow. It's letting go of trying to control everything that you feel, right? And allowing yourself to feel inspired by those unexpected moments that are coming in to move things in the right direction and to lift your energy again, because I feel like there's been an energy drain. Sorry that was so long, but they just sometimes download. That's what I call a download. Sorry, guys.
You can't make this up. Her card was inspiration.
Right, okay.
Marianne, what I've got for you, I pulled 3 cards. Finding passion will give you freedom. Whatever you can take from that. Kerrie?
Sorry, I'm going to really laugh, right? Because again, a card just dropped. It was only one this time, but it says, "Today I nourish my creative spirit." Right? So that's where they really want you to focus, is allow that creativity to come through. Because it's there. You don't have crazy ideas. They're actually moving to you towards your joy and the alignment where you're meant to be. So today I focus on my creative spirit.
Around that, Marianne, I've got financial freedom as well. I've got financial security and financial freedom for you as well. That's a very positive note for us to end on.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been here for just over an hour.
Oh,
Please,
we
please.
almost kept the time. We almost
It's
kept the time.
1 hour, 1 minute and 11 seconds.
Oh, gosh.
If you wrote something in your diary or in your journal, can you please ponder on it? If you would like whatever you got or to share whatever you got, you can send it through to us. If you feel you need some interpretation on what you got, you can send that through to us as well.
Yeah, you can
Um,
send a
if you
direct
don't,
message too.
yeah, if you don't want to share, that's also perfectly fine. But
Hmm.
please do spend some time thinking about it or meditating on it or
Hmm.
whatever. If you didn't like it, because that happens too, um, work out why,
Yeah,
and then that's something for you to work on.
yeah. You're
So,
welcome, Michelle. And something we don't do very often, if you enjoyed tonight and you're enjoying what we're doing with our series on a fortnightly basis, please share it with other people that you know that might enjoy participating in what we're discussing. Because we love to get your feedback in chat. We love to interact with you um, and and share that inspiration. And actually, tonight's topic was a requested topic as well from our chat group. So we're also open to your suggestions, and we want to share some insights about things that you're questioning as well. So please share it. Please like it. If you're on YouTube, instead of just putting a message in our chat, we'd really love it if you actually went into the comments section under the video and put a comment in there as well. It just helps this video come up in front of other people that are interested in this sort of thing. And we love to grow our little soul tribe, bring more people in and share the good vibe and the good energy with everyone. So thank you all. We love you all so much and really appreciate how much you contribute to these get-togethers every fortnight.
and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes.
I'll see
Okay.
you later. Bye bye. Thank
Bye.
you.